First, I want to thank all the firepower that came today to lead us in this Mass. Father Hoffman, Monsignor, Father Dorton, Father Bertogli, Father Amadeo, all lifelong friends of the Mauro family, my father in particular. Thank you all for being here to celebrate Mom's life with us today. Greatly appreciate it. Mom surrounded herself with prayers and poems and inspirations throughout her house and office. She had one poem that really captured her spirit. It's called Each Life is a Song. It's on your program today. A life is a song we write in our own tone and key. Each life we touch reflects a note that forms a melody. We choose the theme and chorus of the song to bear our name, and each will have a special sound. No two can be the same. So when someone we love departs, in memory, we find their song plays on within the hearts of those they leave behind. Thank you, Mom. You created an incredible song with your life. So many verses, so many melodies. And today, I'd like to share a few of them with you. My mom was a nurturer, caring and compassionate. At every game, recital, and event, she was there. She never stopped worrying about us. Probably still is right now. She was our steady hand and our safe place. Always there when we needed her. I can almost hear her say, "Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on." That was her, always there for us to lean on. Another verse of hers was fearlessness. When a mouse showed up in the Cataldo house, everyone jumped on chairs. My mom grabbed a hockey stick. At the cousin's cabin one summer, when a bat got in, everyone was ducking for cover. My mom grabbed a net. She was fearless standing up for us kids, and she was fearless in her health battles too. Even after her fall, she crawled across the room to my dad to wake him up. And then she fought for days beyond what anyone thought possible. That's right. She had the eye of the tiger, always ready for the fight, my mom, rising up to the challenge. That was her, always rising up. As Father mentioned, my mom loved sports. She sat through decades of games with a coaching husband, kids that played, kids that coached, and later the grandkids. Earlier in life, she was a bowler, but mostly she was a fan. And she often had opinions. Smiling coaches in, grumpy coaches out. Mahomes, not Brady. It was Notre Dame forever. Iowa and Iowa State men and women. It was Brock Purdy, that Iowa State kid, and by extension the 49ers. And like so many, Caitlin Clark. And if you knew her in the stands, you knew she wouldn't be quiet. There could be 1,000 people at our games. but it was her voice was the only one that we would hear. And you could almost hear her now. We will rock you. You know, Coach Nizzy and my dad thought that we were always fired up because of their speeches. That was my mom. Cheering us so proudly, lots of energy. She could fill a stadium by herself, just in that tiny body. My mom, the coach's wife, and coach's mom. It's a difficult and thankless job, sitting in the stands while your husband and sons were coaching, listening to the critiques, the complaints, and the second guessing. And let's be honest, a lot of it came from the uncles and cousins right here in this room today. Remember when your brother said, "Honest to God, Don, why did you go for 2?" But my mom was steady. She was loyal. She stood by him and us through every inning, every quarter, every season. When the night has come and the land is dark, I won't be afraid as long as my mom stands by me. And that was her gift, her unwavering support for you and for our family. My mom was part of the Virginia Avenue Mothers Club. And oh, what a verse that was. It was a remarkable team of mothers on old Southeast Virginia Avenue. Sandy Cataldo, Aunt Corbell, Aunt Ange, Dee Dee Cadero, Joyce Paletta, Jeannie Harris, Audrey Scigliano, Rosie Cadero, Aunt Dorothy, Aunt Mary, all joined in, and many more. They were a force. They looked after the neighborhood, looked after each other's children, and created a sense of family that stretched across the whole block. It was a whole neighborhood, mostly related, quite crazy, completely blessed. And it reminds me of that simple line, "We are family. I got all my sisters with me." She was great, wasn't she? That's exactly what they lived out. Neighbors and relatives alike, bound together as one family on Old Virginia Avenue. My mom was a hard worker. She wasn't afraid of any job, cleaning houses, cutting hair, working the Dowling cafeteria, running the bookstore, or organizing the concession stand for my dad's baseball teams. If there was work to be done, she rolled up her sleeves and did it. And when I think of her work ethic, I can almost hear her humming along to that tune, "Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living." Michael Morrow, you go. Because for Mom, work wasn't just about punching a clock, it was about caring for others, making life better for her family, her neighbors, and her community. For the past 30 years, Mom was the glue of the family insurance enterprise. She got the job because, well, she made awesome pasta, cookies, brownies. But really, she was the heart of the office, remembering all the birthdays, worrying about everyone's challenges. She mothered not just our family, but everyone who walked through those doors, called on the phone. She was the meaning in our lives, the inspiration. and she inspired us all. The way she cared, by the way she led quietly, and by the way she lived. In the kitchen, her music was food. Pasta, pork chops, roast beef, stews, meatloaf, chili, brownies, cookies, cakes. My favorite was the pineapple upside down cake. Some of the brothers loved her yellow cake with the chocolate frosting and the nuts. But meals were not just meals. They were moments. She cooked with love, and you can taste it in every bite. And like the song says, good times never seemed so good. So good, so good. Because when you sat at Mom's table, her voice was like Sweet Caroline. Or should I say, Sweet Lorene. Bum, bum, bum. As a grandmother and great-grandmother, our nannies, she softened quite a bit. She spoiled Abby and Cody and Tanner, Trenton, Blake and Justin, Dominic and Mia, Nicole, Alyssa, Sophie, Stephanie, and Catherine. And then the great-grandkids, every Christmas, gifts. Every birthday, a call and a song. Slightly better than my singing today. And really, the words say it best. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? And that's exactly how she saw her family. And that's how we saw her. My mom cared tirelessly for our father, my dad. His medicines, because he's colorblind, his outfits, his appointments. My mom wasn't a doctor, but she sure thought WebMD made her one. Even in crises, her concerns were make sure Dad has his pills and a priest for a confession. And I'm thinking, what would she confess? I mean, is she take an expired coupon to Kohl's? I mean, what does she do? At the end, I whispered in her ear, we'll take good care of Dad, Mom. Don't worry anymore. Really, she lived these words. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. And that was her gift, being your strength and his voice when he needed her most. As Father mentioned, there's a verse dedicated to her faith, which was steady and deep, shaped by prayer, guided by trust in God. And like the hymn says, here I am, Lord. I will go, Lord. If you lead me, I will hold your people in my heart. And that's how she lived her life, faithful, giving, and holding others close in her heart. Of all the verses, though, in her life, the one that tied it all together was a remarkable love story with my dad. It started when my dad went to take another girl out at the old Americana beauty school, but caught my mom's eye. She was beautiful, German. He was handsome and South Side Italian. Their families weren't so sure, but their love was stronger. And for 67 years, through imperfections, challenges, laughter, loyalty, and devotion, they chose each other every single day. It was amazing to witness. And as the song says, two hearts that beat as one. And that was my mom and my dad. A love that was truly endless love. And so, what a song Mom wrote with her life. Every verse filled with love. Every chorus filled with joy. Her story doesn't end here today, though. It continues in all of us, in the songs that we play in our hearts, in the way we gather, in the way we love, in the way we care for each other. Her melody will keep playing on through every one of us. Sweet Lorene, bum, bum, bum. Love you, Mom. God bless.